I'm back.
Bluntly.
Down on the ground.
One is you need to do everything local, even if you think globally. It means that you don't have to have a networked strategy.
Bluntly, and bluntly.
Growth be considered as a panacea concerning development.
Economic growth in the Congo is on the paper, but it's not the reality.
There's evidence, especially among students before graduating. You can see.
It may be strong, but people who are dealing with this, this is the problem. Or white people are not.
Bluntly, oui, Vanessa Yombrania.
From time immemorial, nobody has eaten omelette without bringing eggs. That's why we must polish up economic strategies in order to skyrocket. Do you have any ideas about economic development and welfare? Join us in this program. Bluntly, and bluntly. Everything is under control. Keep in touch.
Bluntly, and bluntly.
Bluntly is well done.
Bluntly is very nice.
In DRC, bluntly is an obligation.
Bluntly is exciting.
Bluntly is my passion.
Wherever you are, work bluntly.
Bluntly with Angèle Makombo.
Sing to bluntly. English is the reality in DRC.
Bluntly, and bluntly. Everything is under control.
Hello everybody, welcome to the program. Bluntly, and bluntly. Everything is under control. Everything is definitely under control in this program. Today's plan is compelling, really exciting, as we're going to focus on something vitally important, investment opportunities in the Democratic Republic of Congo. I would like to remind you of the fact that not later than, last month, the minister in charge of economy went to the Federal Republic of Germany, to attract German investors so that they may come in the Democratic Republic of Congo. He was sent by the Prime Minister Mataponyo and the President Joseph Kabila Kabange. That's why I'm not alone today. Right here and right now, we have Angèle Makombo. Hello, Angèle Makombo. Hello. How are you doing today? You have become a permanent guest on Bluntly. I'm really delighted. And people always like your intervention, your way of speaking. Really wonderful.
Thank you very
Angèle Makombo, you are the president of the League of the Congolese Democrats, LIDEC. Yeah, president of a political party. I'm really delighted.
Me too.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we have Professor Nkere. Hello. Another really permanent guest.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Definitely
Yes,
a permanent guest. You are a former special assistant to the head of state responsible for public and private investment in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Oh,
Correct.
I'm really happy for that. And I have to, tell my viewer that you are also a professor of political science at Kinshasa University. Thank you very much. And we have Nathan Kilima. How are you today? I have a permanent guest today, all of you. Yes, you are a businessman, CEO of Chris Enterprise. Your own company. You're from Michigan, United States of America. Thank you. Bluntly, and bluntly. Everything is under control. Very important. Would you go there and, look at the camera, get the message? Thank you very much. Yes.
I, the undersigned, Nathan Kilima, hereby state that I love my country, the Democratic Republic of Congo, commit to work for its economic, political, and social progress on behalf of its people and my land. I also hereby commit to work in compliance with Today Bluntly TV show rules and state that all my speaking time will be fully devoted to speak bluntly,
and bluntly. Thank you. Thank you very much. Would you take a seat here? Yeah, on my left. Yes. Angèle Makombo, you have the floor.
Thank you.
I like a woman who is, a president of a political party. You're strong, I'm telling you. Let's go.
I, the undersigned,
Yeah.
Angèle Makombo, hereby state that I love my country,
Yeah.
the Democratic Republic of Congo, commit to work for its economic, political, and social progress on behalf of its people and my land.
Yeah.
I also hereby commit to work in compliance with today's Bluntly TV show rules and state that all my speaking time will be fully devoted to speak bluntly, and bluntly.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Nkere. That's our song, our motto here.
Exactly.
Very important. Would you have a seat? Good.
I, the undersigned, Dr. Nkere Ntanda, hereby state that I love my country, the Democratic Republic of Congo, commit to work for its economic, political, and social progress on behalf of its people and my land. I also hereby commit to work in compliance with today's Bluntly TV show rules and state that all my speaking time will be fully devoted to speak bluntly, and bluntly again.
I like it.
Thank
oh
you.
my God.
Thank
Bluntly, and bluntly. Everything is under control. Everything is definitely under control in this program. Today's Bluntly is exciting, as you can see yourself. I'm very happy myself. The government of the Democratic Republic of Congo is devoted, is really, concentrated to change this country. We must go forward because a journey of 1,000 miles always begins with one step. And the first step is about attracting investors from all over the world so that they may come in DRC. We have a lot of sectors in DRC to rebuild this country for a better future. Very important. But what's going on about investment in the Democratic Republic of Congo? Find out.
Business climate and opportunity to invest in the Democratic Republic of Congo. That is the theme of the meeting in which participated over 50 German companies. Congolese delegation was conducted by the Minister of Economy, Modeste Bahati Lukwebo. Motivated that invitation by the improvement of business climates and peace restoration, they were satisfied of this workshop. A particular emphasis has been placed on the main target, namely energy, food, agricultural, banks, tourism, transports, and infrastructure. That forum benefited the support of Africa Veren, a structure that cares for development in Africa.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Nathan Kilima. Yes, investment. What does it mean exactly for you? It's a multi-dimensional word.
Yeah, when we take it in global, investment is time, energy, or matter spent to hope for future, for benefits that will come in the future.
Yeah. And investment in DRC, when we talk about investment opportunities, that is to say we have a lot of sectors, agribusiness, mining sector, agriculture. We have many things, insurance, new technology of information and communication. But what should be done for the Democratic Republic of Congo particularly?
We need to do a lot, because in the Democratic Republic of Congo, this country really need investors, coming from overseas.
Yes.
Not only people coming from overseas, but we need also the local investors.
Congolese themselves.
Yeah, most of the time we forget about that.
Yeah.
We just look up at the people that are coming from outside.
Yes.
But in this present time, we really need to do our best, for the peace to be in the country and all these kind of things that is going to be good to attract the investors that are going to come from outside. Because without that, our economy is not going to be really strong, and we're not going to be giving a lot of jobs to some people. That's why we need really to attract a lot of investors.
Do you rely on Congolese rulers as far as investment is concerned? Do you think that they're really working in depth to attract investors from all over the world?
I can say, some of the field, people are working very hard to attract some investors to be here.
Yeah.
But some also, they are not really, because up to now, most of them, they don't understand.
Yes.
You can bring some investors because a lot of investors came here. I am the example myself that brought a lot of investors, but some of them, they were turned away just because people that were in the position of trying to sign some contracts or giving them the opportunities to invest, they couldn't help. That's the problem that was there for some people.
What's the problem exactly? What's the matter?
I don't know exactly. That's one of the things in which I will ask the government to find out exactly.
To be more realistic.
Yeah, why people are doing that. But on my perspective, ways I just see that people needed more what they wanted to be paid, ahead before they can accept some of the things to be done in the country.
But do you see a good political, good way, to move the country forward as far as investment is concerned in all the domains in the Democratic Republic of Congo?
I can say yes and sometimes no, because when I say yes, I can see that a lot of people in this present time, they do have a lot of files sitting on the tables, that investors are there trying to do something, but just because of a bad intention, people are not willing really to give the opportunities to some other people to work properly, you know, on investment area. But sometimes some people are willing to, you know, accept that investors have to be here, especially when I look at exactly what is going on in this present time since the Prime Minister Matata Ponyo came to power.
If you were his senior advisor in charge of investment, what would you tell him?
Really is good because of what he's doing in this present time, trying to send some other ministers to go abroad and talk to investors to come invest in Congo. So what I'll advise him, just to do more of that, because Congo needs really investment. They need really investors to come and invest here in any kind of area, any kind of domain that we need this country to go forward.
You're right. There is an affirmation that the African continent is like a weapon whose the trigger is in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Do you agree? Economically speaking.
You know, there is another expression used for our country, that we are a scandal.
In terms of resources.
But I would also say in terms of investment. You know, this country has plenty of investment opportunities. But the question is what we do with this. And we also have to know that we are, as a country, we have a bad image outside. It's improving, but still, you know, as you know, I worked for almost 24 years at the United Nations, and I could see there that
when you worked in Washington, you were working in Washington?
No, in New York.
New York.
In the UN headquarters. That our country has a bad image. When you speak about the DRC, you think about war, about women being raped, about poverty, about corruption. So to have, now that things are improving in terms of now we have peace is back. We have to consolidate, but we have stability. We have now to improve our image. And we also have to take some measures. You know, when an investor wants to come to the country, the first thing that he does, or she does, is to get a visa. So the visa, I have friends who are trouble getting visa, or it's very expensive. And when you come, you know, the red tape, the wait, the corruption, you know, you come to invest, to give money.
And the commission.
And then they want commission, corruption. And
don't you like the commission?
You know, the business climate is not good either. We have improved a little bit in the ranking of doing business, but still we are way, way behind. So to really be serious about that, we have to really improve all that.
The fact of having a lot of you know, natural resources, you know, raw materials, that makes Congolese people a little bit, how can I say, boastful. And they only burst out laughing instead of capitalizing what we have as natural resources, you know, to transform that into a reality. I'm just talking, laughing.
It's not that we waste our time. I'm not saying that everything is wonderful, but there are some Congolese, as Mr. Nathan said, who wants to invest also. But what kind of you know, condition that they have, you know, in terms of getting credits at the banks, you know, having the paperwork, you know, processed. You know, in some of our neighboring countries, you know how long it takes to create a business?
40, one day you can do that.
Yeah, 1 day or 48 hours. So that we really have to change. And but the corruption is really, and I would like to, you know, to quote the President Kabila's special advisor on corruption.
Yeah, you like it, you know. That.
No, I like you
always talk about Luzolo.
So he said that the corruption is endemic. It's endemic at every level. And when a foreigner or Congolese from the diaspora comes, is really shocked to see.
What's the best sector as far as investment opportunities are concerned in the Democratic Republic of Congo? Where are we supposed to start?
I would say that we have plenty of them.
Plenty
you
of
know,
them.
agriculture is one.
Yeah.
The mining, everybody knows about the mining.
Yes.
But telecom, people know.
Yeah.
We need to also build all the food processing industry.
Yeah.
You know, we import, you know, almost everything that we eat.
We can also export.
Yeah, we should at least start by feeding our own people with our own food processed in the Congo.
Good.
That we can do.
Thank you.
But I would also say education.
Education.
I
The first step.
I remember you did a program
on
with,
higher education.
And also
from
with
Bujumbura.
yes. With an American school just created 2 years ago here in Kinshasa. So education is so I don't see a field where we don't need investment.
Yes, and in Congo we have all the potential, you know.
We have the potential. We have the people. We have 65 to 70 percentage of the population is under 25.
Yes.
So we have everything that we need.
Yes.
But we have to build the confidence.
And we must be strong.
Investment
psychologically speaking.
Begins with confidence.
Yes.
When an investor doesn't have
Are
confidence,
Congolese people self-confident?
we are not because we are not because look around, the poverty is so high. When people are poor, how could they be confident? Because
it appears that people do not work. There is a kind of laziness on the ground. That's why the country is stagnating halfway.
I don't agree when they say some say Congolese are lazy. No, if they are afford the job, they will do the job. Yes. If they are given the training, they will do it.
Yeah.
You know, we have we as who are less younger than the people that I talked about, the 75%. Yes. We have to help them to really.
As I can see, you are really knowledgeable about the topic, Professor Nkere.
Yes,
we are Democratic Republic of Congo, a country in the heart of Africa. We can do many things. We are strong, demographically speaking. Mm-hmm. When you see our country, it's a very strong country, potentially speaking. But in reality, there is something wrong. What's going on exactly? What's wrong?
Well, with respect to investment,
yes, we are there.
I think that the fundamental document of investment is what is known in the DRC, the Code des Investissements.
Yes.
This is a set of rules and regulations that give sort of guidelines how to begin business, how to prosper in business, and how to deal with any issue pertaining to business.
Yes.
Now, it is the content of this document that is somewhat what should be the foundation of any attractiveness of this country.
Yeah.
And when you look at the document, you need to identify how the government can be flexible in order to motivate more people to come and bring money in this country.
Is the government flexible?
I wouldn't say so, because like the lady was saying, we have to have a climate or an environment that will be an incentive, that will motivate folks to consider our country for putting money here.
Yes.
And when she refers to a series of obstacles that are making it difficult for anybody to begin business here, that becomes an issue.
Yes.
And that's why I'm saying that if there is any way to clear this domain, is to start by writing a good code of investment rules and regulations.
Yes.
I'm not suggesting that this document is static, that is, can't be retouched, but it can be revisited based on the constraints that may appear along the way.
Yes.
I'll give you an example. We can target a domain, say agriculture.
Yeah.
How do we encourage people to invest in agriculture? First, we should facilitate access to credit.
Access.
I think particularly of local investors who can't get money from any local bank.
Private investors.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. So
like Nathan Kilima is waiting for money.
Yeah, that becomes a problem.
Yes.
If an investor cannot have funding, it is a serious problem. And that's why the banking industry in the DRC needs to be revisited. Yes. Our banks are serving specific group of people. They will tell you X bank can only serve Asians.
Yes.
Y bank can only serve people from Pakistan.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The bank can only serve Indians. Where is the bank can serve Congolese that can only serve Congolese?
Yes.
We don't have such institutions.
But not a long time ago, people were slandering and gossiping the Prime Minister or the government about Bukangalonzo project. But now we can see, you know, the flower of corn being sold, you know,
Again,
cheaper. Everybody can, you know,
you saw
buy.
that?
Yes, I saw.
I
And it's really cheaper.
I haven't seen it.
If you can come at RTNC on Monday, you're going to see a lot of bags of flowers.
Beautiful.
Yes.
But in my case, I'm trying to show you the way investment can be encouraged in particular domain. I just told you about accessing funding. That is a serious domain that we need to revisit in this country. Second, you need to have manpower. The lady was saying that education is central to investment. Most of the time, for us who are in the teaching business, we are producing students who are not needed in the market. You see what I'm saying? The skills we are giving them are not the skills that the market needs.
We do the contrary.
Therefore, it becomes a disconnection between the education that is being provided
and the reality
and the need that are in the market. So we need to look into the manpower and see if we are really providing the kind of manpower that will be useful to new investors.
Do we have to reform our education system? I think
absolutely. We need to reform to be sure that anybody who comes out of school is able to connect to the work market.
After studies. After he studies.
Exactly. As soon as he graduates, he should, or she graduates for that matter, he should be able to connect immediately. Third, we need to look at security. To what extent is an investor secured? When I speak of security, I'm not talking about wars, the colonnas, even though they are part of security. I'm talking about the
business climate,
the judicial environment. How can I be sure that as an investor, when I have a problem with a customer, I can go to court and be confident that this court will be impartial, that will judge without taking any part. You know what I'm saying? So those are only examples that show you how investment can be reinforced. I forget one thing. When I was a special assistant to the head of state responsible for investment, I had the task to go around the world, I visited a lot of countries. It was a good job in that respect.
And you are still there strong, and they're going to call you
to go around the world to see countries. And my purpose, the purpose of this, visits were to sell the country, to show that even though we are talking about insecurity in the DRC, it is still a good opportunity for whoever wants to take the risk. This is the time to go there. It is risky, but it is beneficial in the long run. So we don't have PR. Public relations, it is still lacking in this country as far as the promotion for his is
Thank you very much. Bluntly, and bluntly. Everything is under control. Everything is definitely under control in this program. Today's, bluntly guests are really knowledgeable about investment opportunities in the Democratic Republic of Congo. They're, analyzing the topic in depth to get the message. Never put off until tomorrow what you can do today once and for all. The postponement is really something wrong. Tighten your belt, because in this program becomes mandatory on television. Besides, bluntly you're watching, we do have another vitally important called the newscast. Newscast is a big opportunity for you to express your development ideas without structure. Stick around. We'll be back after the break. Find out.
From now on, English program has become mandatory on television.
Watch newscast and you will be knowledgeable.
Newscast with Anise Yomboranyam.
Last Friday, and morning, Congolese President set a particular emphasis on the implementation of outlines of business.
Newscast with Anise Yomboranyam.
Thanks for watching and goodbye from Kinshasa. Keep in touch. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nelson Kilima, yes, I would like to put a particular emphasis on, business climate. That's something vitally important. We cannot, attract investors without being, well organized, internally speaking, so that investors may feel very welcome in the Democratic Republic of Congo. We have, code of investment, and we have a lot of things. Even our customs, we must organize things very properly. What should be done about business, climate in Democratic Republic of Congo to attract investors?
Okay, let me just go back first before I forget the idea that my colleagues here was talking
Professor
about investment on agriculture, especially in Bukangalozo project. That today is taking, it's becoming very famous.
It's taking shape.
That saying that people are already eating, but I've never seen that yet. I would like to go and check and see how it's going, so that's fine. So Bukangalozo project is just a drop of water inside the ocean. So do you understand exactly what I'm talking about? So because we do have this huge country, when you go to some developed country, I said it several times when I've been in this plateau talking and this show talking, that Bukangalozo, when you go abroad, you will see a lot of people, individuals, they're having more than 10 Bukangalozo, just for one person only. So this is one of the things in which we need to work very hard on agriculture. So I think it's good to start somewhere, So investing in agriculture is very, very important. Is a lot of domains that we need, like educations and transportations. So it's very important for us also to put our topics, our minds on that. But really to invest in the country or to attract the investors, what we have to do, we need to develop the more what they call communication and honesty. This is one of the things in which is lacking.
DRC communicate.
Yeah. So we're lacking into that so much. I say to you that I am, if you can check, in so many ministries, you will find that I am the person in which brought a lot of investors in the countries. One of the person that brought a lot of investors in the country. But somewhere along the way,
none of them
some of them, just a few that really succeeded, but many of them up to now are still on the table, not really being, processes. So this is one of the things that we need really to work properly. Communication is very important because the files is still there, and honesty also is very good for bringing or attracting a lot of investors in our country. We really need to develop in that areas.
Yeah, so but the Prime Minister is struggling, as you can see, to really attract investors. That's why he's organizing even forums around the world, as it was done last month in Germany, the Federal Republic of Germany, through the Ministry of Economy, to attract investors.
Yeah, that's
good.
There
is, goodwill, political, will.
Yeah, what we have to do in this present time for investors to come to you, you have really to like you first. You have to love you, because if an investor doesn't love you, so he's not going to come with his money, with his skills and everything that he had for him to come there. So he have really. So what we have to do, the government must begin to work in that area, trying to do things honestly. Be honest to the people in which they are leading, and you will see when all this going on very well, then it is going to attract a lot of investors to come in the country.
Yeah, you're right. Mrs. Makombo, I would like to emphasize, employment. If we have investors, we're going to create more jobs for youth. Many who are job seekers can also become people, important people in the country, to contribute to the development.
That I agree, but me too, I would like to go back to the
Bukangalozo project. You like it?
Not very much, to tell you the truth.
Not very much? Are you against agribusiness?
Bukangalozo has become like a panacea. It's not a panacea.
It's not a panacea?
It's not.
My God.
Not at all.
It's not. In our country, 65% of the population live in rural area. They work in the field. What is being done for them? Not much. And when you look at other countries which are developed today, or African countries which are making progress on agriculture, they are putting emphasis on their own rural people. But we here, we think that giving these big projects to foreign investors is a panacea. So But what are we doing about the common Congolese who work in the field?
Yes.
You know, the women who are work. I read a report about Rwanda where there is a project helping rural women in Rwanda, you know, in the coffee plantation.
That agriculture go mostly to Ethiopia. In Ethiopia,
exactly.
you're gonna see
it's booming
in Ethiopia
because they took the population, the majority.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that Bukar Alonso, yes, we have to do this kind of project, but we have to think of our own people,
yes,
you know, to give them job.
How to
and
hire
agriculture is a sector where we can, you know, get a lot of employment.
Yes.
It's not the mining sector.
Yeah.
You know, we focus on mining,
yes.
you know, on...
we like our raw materials.
Exactly. Yeah. But agriculture must be the priority. And you're right by saying that investment will bring more jobs.
More jobs.
We are one of the African countries where the unemployment is
the rate is high.
It's very high.
Yeah.
It's almost 60% of the population.
Yes.
And we have young people, you know, going to school and graduating without any job.
Yes.
So if we are really serious about investment,
yes,
it's gonna work. But what Professor Kay said about the Code d'Investissement, the Congo, our country, is also known for having very good laws. We have,
but the implementation, how to implement laws.
Yeah. So it's good to press for the revisitation of the Code d'Investissement, but it's going to be another thing